Guitar Warriors, this is Ben Morrow, musician to the stars. Today I'm going to be sharing with you my tips and secrets from my many years of playing with the stars. Today we're going to go through a couple basic chords, D major and A major. We went through D major in one of my last videos, but we're going to review it here and show how to change back and forth between D and A. Let's do D as a quick review. So we are playing the fourth string is the bottom string you want to be playing. So the fourth string is open, that string is vibrating. The first finger is on the second fret of the third string. The third finger is on the third fret of the second string. And that second finger is tucked in on the second fret of the first string. Okay, so we are avoiding playing the two bottom strings, the fifth and the sixth string. Eventually, you're going to be muting those strings with your thumb. Your thumb is going to go over the guitar and mute those strings so you can strum all the strings without anything ringing out that you don't want to. But for now, just try to avoid hitting the lower strings. You can kind of strum from the fourth string down to the first string. So that's, and again, that's a triangle shape that you're going to be moving around the guitar eventually a lot. So our next chord is A major. There are a few ways to play A major. The one I'm going to teach you right now is really the best one, in my opinion, to start with. So the fifth string is going to be open. So that's going to be ringing open. There's no fingers on that one. We're avoiding the sixth string. Your second finger is going to be on the second fret of the fourth string. Your first finger is going to be on the second fret of the third string, and your third finger is going to be on the second fret of the second string. You have to kind of squeeze your fingers into this small space, okay? You want to keep your fingers from touching the fret wire, okay? If you touch the fret wire, you're going to get a not clean sound, okay? The note's not really going to ring out. So you got to kind of squeeze your fingers into this small space. It's a little tough at first, but you will definitely get the hang of it. Something to think about, that top string, the E, the open first string, has to ring out. So one of the problems that you may encounter is your third finger may lay over a little bit into that first string. Okay, it may kind of like fall into that first string a little bit if you're not really pressing down with the tip. And you could also kind of bring your hand around a little bit so you get a little bit more of the third finger going straight down, versus if you have your wrist over here, it's a little easier for that third finger to just lay into that first string and block that first string from ringing out, which you don't want. So let's concentrate on the A string, okay? The chord's going to sound like this. Very useful chord on guitar. And you're going to try to get that first string to ring out. So the fifth string is ringing out and the first string is ringing out. So I'm going to do one at a time. There we go. Now the trick is going to be you have to change in between chords. Okay, that's kind of the hard thing at first. So here's a trick that I can give you. This is one instance where you have like an anchor finger, is how I like to think about it. That first finger is on the second fret of the third string, and that's going to be your anchor. So when you're playing the A major chord, that first finger's there. When you play the D major chord, that first finger's also there. So when you're a beginner, it's easy to have a tendency to lift your hand off the guitar, play the next chord, lift your hand kind of high off the guitar, play the next chord. And in the beginning, you have to kind of do this to get used to get the muscle memory going and just get used to it. But as you go, you're going to want to try to keep those fingers as low on the guitar as you can. So a lot of times, you barely have to lift them. You have to lift them a little bit, but just barely. And if you have this first finger as an anchor, it works great because then you don't have to lift your hand at all. All you have to do is jump that second finger over to the first string, second fret. The third finger just goes up one fret on the second string, and that goes to the third fret. So you have this kind of motion where that's your A major, your D major is right there. That first finger is your anchor. So this is a good thing to practice. So what we'll do, let's practice we'll practice 8 strums on the A major chord. Okay, so that's 2 measures of 4 beats. And then we're going to do 2 measures of 4 beats on the D major chord. And when we make that change, we're going to leave that first finger down. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you got to take a second, make your change. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Take a second, make the change back to A. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you can see I'm muting that 6th string with my thumb. Okay, I'm just barely touching it with my thumb. Again, for beginners, don't really worry about that yet, but I just want you to see what your hand position eventually is going to look like. You may have to kind of curl it around for now to get the fingers to do what you want them to do, but eventually your thumb's going to be able to come over. You're going to kind of have a relaxed grip on the guitar, just focusing, those fingertips where you need them to focus, and you're actually going to be muting that low string. So let's do it with the amp a little bit here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Change the D. Take a little time. Stop. Make your change. Make your change. Leave that first finger down the whole time. Okay, and eventually you want to be able to make the change right in rhythm. Okay, I got the rhythm, just keeps going. Make that change nice and fast. Now I know as a beginner, it's going to be a little tough to do that, but eventually you're going to be able to change pretty fast in between these chords. And it really is just a matter of, you got this shape, and then you're going to this shape. Your first finger is your anchor. Your other 2 fingers jump back and forth. And in the beginning, you want to learn songs right away, but really you have to learn the building blocks for songs first, which is changing in between 2 chords. So we're definitely going to be learning songs soon, but for now, practice changing in between 2 chords. Okay, that's the skill that you're going to need to really play songs and be able to get up and running playing songs as fast as possible. If this video is helpful to you, please hit like, subscribe to my channel. If you're interested in private lessons, go to benmorrow.com. Check out the Guitar Warrior on social media. Keep an eye out for the Guitar Warrior comic book, which is coming soon. My name is Ben Morrow, musician to the stars. I will see you in the next Guitar Warrior lesson, and this is how we shred on the guitar.